Hey, what's going on, guys? Xclusive here, and today I wanted to bring you guys my updated class setup video. I know I uploaded one a couple weeks back, and it was, before any patches or before any nerfs or anything like that. I don't even know if any nerfs or patches have actually gone into this game yet, but we have definitely made some changes to the classes. As you guys see, we are almost 4th prestige. I think we'll be able to prestige by, during the stream tonight. But I wanted to give you guys an updated class setup, so let's jump right into it. My first class. You guys are going to see some of the names are kind of screwed up because whatever, I just copy pasted and changed the gun. But anyway, first gun we've got is the Remington R5. I've got the gold camo on it. We just got the gold camo recently. It actually looks pretty cool in this game. It's kind of up to you if you like to use that or not. But attachments, we use the red dot sight, the muzzle brake, and the foregrip. We use 3 attachments, and I'll show you the perk to allow you to do that in a little bit here. But reticle wise, I use the blue dot. I don't know, I feel like the blue dot is, for me, it's just the most accurate. I mean, I've seen people use the Delta, I've seen people use the Halo. It's really up to you, it's personal preference, but I like the blue dot. I take off my secondary, I take off my lethal and my tactical grenades. It kind of gives me more slots open for perks. And then perk wise, we use ready up, quick draw, dead silence, focus, and then the extra attachment perk, which is all the way down here in the bottom right. And that's what's going to let us use the 3 attachments on not only our assault rifle. If we had a pistol on here, we could use 2 attachments on here as well. But yeah, so we use all those perks, and then going into our strike package, we use specialist as we did last time. The first 3 perks you're going to get are Scavenger, Sleight of Hand, and Stalker. And then the bonus is 12 kills, which I know I did not have in the last video. I knew you could actually add more, kills or whatever perks to it, but I didn't end up doing that yet. But I should have included that in the last video, but in this video, at least it's here. But then the perks you get after you've already got your specialist bonus is going to be agility. It's kind of just increases your movement speed. It kind of gives you that real feel of having, specialist bonus. And then I've got off the grid, so you're completely undetectable by SATCOMs, by anything. And then I've got wiretap, so you're pretty much going to use all of the SATCOMs that are on the map that are put down by not only your team, but the enemy team. And that's honestly going to give you like a full radar all the time, from your enemies, from your team. It's gonna make all of those work for you, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, so the specialist bonus is pretty much gonna be exactly the same for every single class. So I might not go into that every single time. I know some of the classes are a little different, and I'll go into those. But yeah, so that's the first loadout. We got the Remington R5, and that's probably my favorite gun in this game. So definitely be sure to put that class on. The next one we have is the Honey Badger. I showed you guys this gun in the last video, and it's pretty much exactly the same this time. I do have the perk set up a little bit differently, and I'll show you guys that in a second. But we've got the the Honey Badger with the gold camo again, with red dot sight and foregrip, using the blue dot once again for the reticle. Take all the secondaries, lethal, tactical grenades, take all that off so you have more room for perks. And perk-wise, for this one, we use ready up, quick draw, focus, and Deadeye. If you guys don't know what Deadeye is, it's pretty much like stopping power in this game. Except after consecutive kills, you can just read the little description. Consecutive kills increase the chance to deal more damage with bullet weapons. So pretty much what that means is consecutive kills. If you're killing people consecutive, if you kill one person and then immediately after that you kill a second person, you're gonna have this little red reticle kind of pop up on your screen, and not reticle, hit marker. And pretty much what that means is that one bullet that hit him is going to cause 40% more damage. And it actually really does help. You kill them in pretty much half the bullets you normally would. So it actually really helps if you're playing a game mode unlike... if you're playing a game mode like Search and Rescue, I wouldn't recommend using this. But if you're playing a game mode like Cranked or like Domination or Kill Confirmed, anything like that, anything where people are going to respawn really fast, I would definitely recommend using Deadeye if you want to give that a shot. But this is the only class I've got that on. With everything else I pretty much have set up for Search and Rescue. But... and then the specialist bonus is a little bit different on this one since we are using Deadeye, and that takes up 5 slots. Our specialist bonus, the first 3 perks you get are Scavenger, Sleight of Hand, and Stalker once again. But once you are in your specialist bonus, for this class, I use Dead Silence, so you obviously are moving completely silently off the grid, so you're completely undetectable, and then wiretap, just like on the last class. So we don't have agility on this one, but most of the time this class I'm using anyway during Cranked, so you're pretty much already running fast as hell anyway, so it doesn't exactly matter. But yes, we've got the Remington Honey Badger. Next class we've got is the SC2010. This is actually an extremely good gun in this game. A lot of people don't even really know that because it's one of the first assault. It literally is the first assault rifle on the list. So a lot of people don't even give it a try. But it is by far one of the best weapons in this game. It's almost got the ACR accuracy from Modern Warfare 2. The gun doesn't move at all, and it's extremely powerful. But attachment-wise, I use a red dot sight, a foregrip, and a muzzle brake. It's pretty much got the same layout as the Remington class with the 3 perks. Three attachments. But we use the net camo. This camo is pretty much like gold camo in this game, except it's kind of cool. It's obviously got that little pattern on it, as you can see. And it kind of like changes color in a sense when the light hits it. It's pretty cool. But But yeah, so I use the blue dot on this one as well. Take all the secondary lethal and tactical grenades off as always. Perk-wise, we've got Ready Up, Quick Draw, Dead Silence, Focus, and the extra attachment perk. Moving on to Specialist bonus, once again it is Scavenger, Sleight of Hand, and Stalker, and then once you're in your Specialist bonus, we have Agility, Off the Grid, and Wiretap. Exactly the same as the Remington class, except using the SC 2010. Moving on to the next class, we have the Vector CRB. This class is honestly the one, if I ever wanted to switch out a gun in my classes, out of any of these, it would probably be the Vector. But right now, this is kind of just a placeholder. This is the gun I've been using the least frequently out of all the rest of them. But yeah, so if I figured out another gun that I really liked or I wanted to try, I would definitely take this Vector out and put that in there. But this gun is still very, very good. We use the red dot sight, the muzzle brake, and foregrip on it as well. So the same setup with the three attachments. Damn, I'm gonna keep doing that this entire video. We use the snow camo on it because that's really the only one we have compared to all the other ones. The blue dot, as always, for the reticle. Take all the secondary lethal and tactical grenades off. Perks are exactly the same as the last class: Ready Up, Quick Draw, Dead Silence, Focus, and extra attachment. And then the Scavenger, the Specialist bonus, is going to be exactly the same as all the rest of the classes. Moving into my last real class before we get into like the sniper rifles. This class is obviously the MTAR X. This is probably one of my favorite classes out of all of these. I don't know, this gun I never really tried when I first got the game, but now that I'm almost 4 prestiges in, I've really gotten, you know, some hand-on experience with it, and I think this gun is definitely worth a try. It's probably one of the best weapons in this game. But I think the best loadout for this gun, obviously I have the net camo on it as well. We use a foregrip and armor piercing. A lot of people use muzzle brake. A lot of people use, they throw a red dot sight on it. But personally for me, I think the armor piercing does a lot more damage. It adds to the accuracy. I think it's really worth it. It's kind of like FMJ in this game. And then the foregrip is just going to help you with your accuracy. So I definitely think these two combined work really, really well together. I definitely recommend checking those out. So you're not going to have a reticle on this. You're just going to be using the iron sights. And the iron sight for this gun is almost like having a red dot sight on it. It's pretty similar. And it's kind of weird. It's the only gun that actually has that. So I don't even recommend putting anything on this besides a foregrip, armor piercing. If you want to try muzzle brake, you can do that. If you want to throw on extended mags, you can try that. I've never tried rapid fire. Maybe that is good. I'm not really sure. But all I know is that the armor piercing and the foregrip is a very, very good combo on this weapon. Perks-wise, this is a little bit different. We've got Ready Up, Steady Aim, Quick Draw, Dead Silence, Resilience, and Focus. So the reason we use Steady Aim on this class is pretty much, if you're ever going to use a submachine gun in this game, you're going to be up close and personal. It's going to be one of those really small maps where you're going to be expecting some close combat, you know, close quarter exchanges between the other team. And Steady Aim on this gun is literally, this gun automatically has like some aimbot qualities to it. It's crazy. Throw Steady Aim on this gun, try hip firing, you will not miss a shot. So that's the reason I use Steady Aim, and then pretty much after using that and putting all the rest of the perks on that I normally use, I only had one slot left, and if we take this one off, these are the only options I had. And I think taking no fall damage is better than any of the rest of these, in my opinion. So so we use Resilience. But yeah, so that's the class setup for the MTAR. Specialist bonus-wise, it's exactly the same thing as the first couple ones I showed you guys. So we've got the Scavenger, Sleight of Hand, and Stalker, and then after you get your Specialist bonus, we use Agility, Off the Grid, and Wiretap. So pretty much the same setup, just a little bit different. Going into our last class, this is our Sniper Rifle class, so we're not going to have Specialist bonus on this one. It's going to be a little bit different. Obviously, you guys see a pistol on this one, and I'll explain here in a second. So we use the L115. I think the best two snipers in this game are by far the USR and the L115. It's really personal preference, so you kind of have to go with whichever one you really like. I've used both of these. Oh, I just went to all four of them, but I've used both of these before, and I've kind of tested them out thoroughly. And you can see the stats, they kind of change up in all sorts of different ways, and it's really all personal preference. But I like the L115 a little bit better. I feel like I'm just more accurate with it. I use the snow camo on it because I don't have anything else on it yet. Attachment-wise, I use a silencer and armor piercing, and you're probably wondering why. Obviously, with the silencer, I'll actually take both of these off, and I'll show you what these do. If you look at the gun normally now, if you see the stats the way they are at the bottom, if you add a silencer to it, obviously it's going to take away some damage. It's going to add a little bit more accuracy because the barrel is going to be a little bit longer, and it's obviously going to make your shot completely silent. So they're not going to be able to hear it. You're not going to show up on the radar. It's obviously going to be very useful. So the only bad part about this is the damage decreases. So what do you do for that? You're going to throw armor piercing on. As you see, the damage automatically jumps up. The accuracy is still up there. This gun is an absolute beast with both of these on. They pretty much cancel each other out and just make the gun silent and even more powerful than it was. So I definitely recommend that. Since we are using the support strike package, we have a little bit of room, and we only have a few perks on this gun, so the only things left are really to add a pistol. So I use the P226. This is probably one of my favorite pistols in this game. You throw a muzzle brake on it, still no tactical or lethal grenades. I feel like those are just not necessary, because most of the time, if you have even a chance to throw a grenade or a tactical grenade, you're pretty much dead by then anyway. So I usually stick with my gun, and I just have better luck doing that. But perk-wise, for a sniper, I use Ready Up, Quick Draw, Dead Silence, Off the Grid, and Resilience. And I think it's really important to have things like Off the Grid and Dead Silence on, because you really don't want people knowing where you are, especially with a sniper rifle, because you're obviously going to be at a big disadvantage if somebody comes around the corner with a honey badger and knows exactly where you are because you're on the radar. So I would definitely recommend using Off the Grid. That's extremely important with this gun, and throwing the silencer on there as well kind of adds this really big stealth factor to this weapon that is really going to be helpful. So then moving on to our support strike package, I haven't changed this at all. I really don't know exactly. I just switched it to specialists. I really don't know what's good in this support strike package. I've never even really looked at it, but we're using the Satcom, the ammo crate, and then the Oracle. The Oracle is actually really good, so if you want to use one, I would definitely use the Oracle. Satcom is obviously good. It's just going to be like your standard UAV, and then you can kind of switch out the ammo crate if you'd like with any of these other ones. But I use the support because obviously you can't guarantee that you're going to stay alive with a sniper rifle. If somebody, like I said, turns the corner with a honey badger, you're going to have to do some pretty dirty work to be able to actually pick up that kill. So you want to make sure that if you die, you're able to continue your streaks and actually working towards those kill streaks, and obviously the support package is going to let you do that. So that's going to wrap up my class setup video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment, and let me know what your guys' favorite weapon is in this game. And I definitely think you guys should try out some of these guns. If you guys do and you like them, be sure to let us know in the comments below. But that's it, guys. Hopefully you had a good day. Hopefully you guys tune into my stream later tonight, and I will catch you all later.